Have you ever stared at your own text like it's going to change? Like if you squint hard enough, maybe the reply will appear. If you're here mid-scroll, mid-heartbreak, mid-game, wondering why everything feels so distant, it's probably Instagram. It taught us how to look we are in love, but not how to be in love. This is not about the game, and it never was. So she left me on scene. One moment my Instagram DM was marked delivered, and the next, boom, seen. No reply. My heart plummeted as if I missed a last second jump in bed pause. I stared at my phone confused and anxious. 5 minutes passed, 10, maybe she's busy, I told myself. I put the phone down pretending I could focus on something else. 30 seconds later I snatched it up again to check. Still nothing. Just that one word, seen. It was particularly mocking me, a tiny digital ghost saying, I'm here, but I'm not talking to you. That little scene on Instagram felt like the end of the world. My brain went into override, spinning out 100 crazy scenarios on a hyperloop of paranoia. Did I say something wrong? Was my joke not funny? Did autocorrect turn my invite into something weird? Or maybe she opened my message and then suddenly lost her phone. Got abducted by aliens, joined a secret monastery with a vow of silence, all in the last 10 minutes. Totally plausible, right? In reality, I knew none of these wild excuses were true. Still, I paced my room at midnight, adrenaline surging, sanity teetering on the brink. The silence was killing me, and that single scene checkmark was the murder weapon. Let's rewind a bit. Who was she? We met at a friend's party a month ago. She laughed at my stupid jokes, which basically made me fall in love on the spot. My sense of humor sets a low bar apparently. After the party, our connection lived mostly on Instagram. You know how it goes. Replying to each other's story, late night meme exchange, heart reacting each other's pics, modern romance in pixel form. From the start, her Instagram was perfect. Scrolling her feed was like entering a curated wonderland where everyone is always happy and stylish. She had golden hour selfies, candid beach vacation shots that looked magazine worthy, and artsy snaps of gourmet burgers with just the right filter. She even had a story highlight titled Morning Gratitude, full of sunrise yoga poses and motivational quotes. I swear, even a dog looked like a polished influencer. In my eyes, she was an angel living in a flawless Instagram world. And me, I was just an ordinary guy. I post silly Minecraft clips and the occasional half-decent selfie. So when this amazing girl actually paid attention to me, I was over the moon. Every morning I would wake up to a good morning DM from her. We chatted about everything, favorite movies, childhood memories, stupid fears. Turns out we both hate clowns. And the more we talked, the more I thought this might actually be something. But looking back, I realized I had started idealizing her. I knew Instagram is a highlight reel, not real life, but she seemed so put together, I began to wonder if she was out of my league. And yet she was talking to me. Until suddenly she wasn't. After a few weeks of great conversations, I decided to go for it and ask her out. Not a Shakespearean sonnet or anything dramatic, just a casual invite for coffee. Still, I agonized over every word of that message for an hour. And finally, I settled on just the right level of casual. Hey, we should totally continue this chat over coffee sometime. My finger hovered over the send button as my heart pounded like it was a championship match point. Whoosh! Off it went. Immediately, a surge of adrenaline hit. I literally tossed my phone onto the bed. I leapt across the room, half to celebrate actually sending it and half to put distance between me and that waiting. My hands were shaking. I started pacing my room even though I was alone. Maybe she will reply in a minute or 5. She might be finishing a Netflix episode. No big deal, I told myself after what felt like a century. I caved. I grabbed my phone and checked for notifications. Nothing. I opened my Instagram and the message status was still delivered. Okay, no problem, I thought. She just hasn't seen it yet. I noticed she was active on Instagram, a little green dot by her name. My stomach flipped. Maybe she's chatting with someone else. A prickly hint of jealousy crawled up my spine. Relax, man. She's not sitting around waiting for your text. Easier said than done, right? But I locked my phone, threw it face down on the bed and tried to distract myself with a video game. I fired up Minecraft Bed was to calm my nerves, usually a great distraction, but not this time. I kept dying in game because I was constantly alt-tabbing to check my phone. Delivered, still delivered, around 20 minutes later, mid-game still delivered. I checked again, and I see it. Seen at 10:13 p.m. She saw the message, my heart pushed into my throat. Any second now, those little typing bubbles would pop up, right? I stared so hard at the chat screen, my eyes were watering. But there was no typing. No immediate reply, just silence. I refreshed the chat like a madman, as if that would magically trigger a response. Still just me and that naked scene stamp, sitting there like it was laughing at my vulnerability. It felt like being on stage in nothing but underwear, exposed and desperate for some kind of curtain to drop. Maybe she accidentally opened it and plans to reply later. I reasoned. It's not a no yet, but as the minutes ticked by, my hope and dread did a twisted tango in my head. That night, sleep was a joke. Every few minutes, I unlocked my phone hoping for a notification. Midnight rolled around and I opened our chat for the 40th time, just staring at that evil scene status. I even found myself whispering to my phone, please just answer. Spoiler, it didn't. My brain was on a hamster wheel of worry. We had been laughing together in voice notes just the day before. She sent me a cute dog filter selfie that morning. Nothing felt off. So why the silence now? I scrutinized my last posted news story. I scrutinized my last message over and over again. Was asking her out of coffee too forward, too corny? Did the coffee emoji came out too strong? Did the coffee emoji come on too strong? Somewhere around 2 am, paranoia hit maximum level. I noticed she posted a new story. Active on stories but not replying to me. My heart sank. With morbid curiosity, I tapped her story icon and the first post was a boomerang video of her clicking cocktails with friends at a rooftop bar. All smiles and sparkles. Morning came, and with it, a tiny hope that I would see a reply. Nope, the DM was still sitting there, answered only by a void. It had been over 12 hours. Anxiety was killing me. I thought if she wasn't interested, couldn't she just say so? Even a rejection would sting less than this nothingness. Then guilt chimed in. Maybe something happened to her. My brain still searching for any banal explanation. But I remembered a story. She was fine, just choosing not to talk to me. By lunchtime, I hit my breaking point. I decided to send a gentle follow-up, just to check in. With my heart in my throat, I typed, hey, everything okay? Yup, still clinging to that smiley face, trying to play it cool. I hit send. Immediately it showed delivered, and then within minutes, seen, 1:24 p.m. And nothing. Again, that was it. A pattern was painfully clear. My stomach dropped, appetite gone. I sat there in the middle of Taco Bell staring at my untouched burrito. Getting ghosted over a burrito. How poetic. A lump formed in my throat. Am I actually about to cry over Instagram DMs? I blinked the tears back. The restaurant's chatter buzzed around me, oblivious. My world had shrunk to the size of my phone screen and that hollow feeling in my chest. And as if on cue, Instagram's algorithm served me posts on my explore page, letting go of those who aren't meant for you, and self-love. On the way back home, every love song on my playlist suddenly became a personal attack. Even upbeat EDM tracks felt like sad violin solos. And as if, on cue, Instagram's algorithm served me posts on my Explore tab about letting go of those who weren't meant for you and self-love. I mean, thanks for your late advice, man. Instagram, real funny, dude. I felt called out by an app. It was official. I was miserable and totally stuck in my own head. Sometimes a chat with a good friend over coffee is the best therapy for an Instagram broken heart. By that afternoon, I knew I needed backup. I texted my best friend Jason, bro, I need to talk. He replied in seconds, and we met at our favorite cafe. He replied in seconds, and we met at our favorite cafe. The moment he saw me, he blurted, dude, you look like hell, man. I probably did. Belly slept, eyes puffy, face set in permanent frown. We got our coffees and I spilled the whole story. The DM, the scene status, the sleepless night, the two messages hanging. The DM, the scene status, the sleepless night, and the two messages hanging in limbo. Saying it out loud felt dramatic and embarrassing, but Jason listened patiently. He whistled, ouch, she really ghosted you, huh? I found myself half defending her. Maybe it's not full ghosting yet. I don't know. Jason shook his head. Ghosting or not, that's rough. I've been there, man. He reminded me of a holiday fling he had, a girl who sweetly messaged him every day for weeks and then poof, vanished. He was a wreck at the time, convinced he did something wrong. Later he found out she got back with an ex. It wasn't about him at all. It wasn't about him. That phrase stuck. Could it be that this wasn't about me either? Maybe she had something going on that I didn't know about. As we sipped our coffee, Jason dropped so much needed truth bombs. First off, Instagram is BS, man, he said, blunt as ever. Everyone shows the highlights, not real life. You yourself said she looked perfect on there, but that's just only one side of her. The side that she curates. Real life is messier. That evening I took Jason's advice to heart. I opened Instagram one last time for now, and it's something that felt both hard and liberating. I muted her account, both her posts and stories. This way I wouldn't be haunted by her updates, wondering what or who she was doing. Out of sight, out of mind. Or at least out of my notifications. I also turned off Instagram notifications entirely so I wouldn't jump at every buzz, hoping it was her. No more heartbreak training for me. That's it. No more heartbreak training for me. Then I focused on things I used to enjoy before she occupied my notifications entirely. And then I focused on things I used to enjoy before she occupied my every thought. I picked up my controller and dived back into gaming, determined to actually enjoy it this time. I played Apex with my few buddies online. It felt amazingly normal to concentrate on defending my ego when it comes to every time thoughts of her started creeping back. Is she ever going to reply? I channeled that energy into the game, clicking faster, building that defense, strategized the next move, and it worked. About a week later, just when I would finally stop compulsively checking my phone, buzzed with a familiar notification. Not from Instagram, but WhatsApp. Her name flashed on my screen. My heart did a little flip, but I felt more steady than before. With a deep breath, I opened it. Ria. Hey, you. I'm sorry, I disappeared. I had some personal stuff and I just didn't know how to reply. I hope you're doing well. I stared at the message, letting it sink in. She actually reached out with an apology. A wave of relief washed over me, along with a touch of an old hurt. Part of me wanted to demand, why though, what happened? But a larger part of me had made peace with possibly never knowing. I typed back, hey Ria, I'm glad to hear back from you. I was worried when I didn't hear back. I hope everything's alright on your end. I kept it honest but kind. She replied soon after, explaining in vague terms that she has been dealing with some family issues and got into a bad headspace. She admitted she wouldn't have ghosted me and apologized for how much it probably hurt. I could sense her awkwardness even through text. I told her I understood. Sometimes life gets overwhelming. Life gets overwhelming. I assured her I was okay and that I appreciated her reaching out. We exchanged a few more messages, just catching up lightly. She said I was so sweet to understand and that she needed some time to sort things out but would love to catch up in person when things are better. It wasn't the romantic happy ending I was hoping for, but it was a closure. It didn't press for details or a date. I meant it when I said I hope things get better for her. After we said our goodbyes for now, I sat there feeling oddly calm. The anxiety and desperation from a week ago were gone. If this conversation had ever happened earlier, I might have been a giddy mess or a sobbing wreck. But now I was just grateful. Grateful she was okay, grateful I survived the whirlwind of emotions, and strangely grateful for what the experience taught me. This was never about the game. This is not about and I think there's something for all of us to learn. A little bit of pain, a little bit of distance is needed. Maybe sometimes You're not chosen, and it's fine. I hope this story I hope this story brought a change of heart in you, and maybe someday, when you look at yourself being a mess, you would remember the story. I love you guys, and have a great day.